Hey y'all, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and I have tried to record this video a couple of times already, but something constantly seems to get in the way. I'm out here today. Let's see what the name of this place is. Cypress Creek Reserve. You see right there on the sign right there. And it's a wildlife management area in Florida. I've been doing parks on the air today, and I did an activation here, made like 40 something contacts, I think 41 total. But what I want to do now, getting back on the subject, is a lens review. All right, I don't know if y'all have these in other parts of the world or not, but you see this little dirt spot? I kicked the top off of it. See that? You do not want to interact with them little guys. Those are what we call fire ants. They will straight make your life miserable. Their stings raise a whelp on me in such a way that it will actually have necrosis and die, and then the flesh has to regrow from scratch. So yeah, just remember that if you're in this part of the world. Do not kick over them anthills. Bad day. All right, I'm gonna walk down here to this pond full of lily pads, real pretty here, and talk to you guys about the Sigma 45mm f2.8 contemporary lens. This lens is a native L-mount lens for my Leica and for Panasonic cameras. Since the Sigma is in the L-mount alliance, this lens works like a native lens on my camera. And Hassan was gracious enough to mail it up to me so that I could review it for you guys. Look at this, isn't this just beautiful? You got to be a little bit wary in Florida with ponds like this, because they're routinely filled with alligators. So, you know, what you'd have in northwest Georgia that looks like this would be completely benign and you could swim in it. Here, might not be such a good idea. You could end up lower on the food chain than what you thought when you started. So, all right, I made some notes so that I wouldn't forget anything, because there's a lot with this lens that I wanted to bring up that's kind of impressive to me, just to be honest with you. So the first one is the size. The size is basically perfect. It's let's see here, as my note says, it's big enough to hold but small enough to be non-intrusive. Your hands rest naturally on the focus ring while you hold it. Like, let's see if I can get you a visual of that. To have the camera in hand, it just sits naturally right where you want it to. And it's just like the focus ring is, if I get this out of the way you can see it, the focus ring is right here, right there, as you can see, and it's smooth, buttery smooth. It's like the perfect dampening. I don't know what they did to get this thing to feel this good, but it's like the perfect dampening. And then, like I said, your hand, it just sits in your hand perfectly on the SL2. So, oh, there's a fish. If you're wanting to use manual focus or focus peaking or something like that, it's real easy to do. That's one of the things I like about it. The next thing I'm gonna go ahead and jump to, hopefully that jetting is gonna be a big problem. Probably is. But is the aperture ring. The aperture ring is perfectly dampened as far as the feeling of the detents. It's actually very tactile. It's exactly how you would want it to be. And it goes from f2.8 to f22, and then it has this extra click over to this letter A, which puts it in auto or camera controlled aperture. So now the rear thumb wheel on my SL2 will drive that aperture ring. Now that we've talked about the focus ring a little bit and the aperture ring, let's move on to some other aspects of this lens I really like. A couple more quick things to bring up about focus. Focus is quick. It's like instantaneous on this camera. I don't know how to measure the focus speeds and all that. I don't have that kind of technology to do that with, but I know when I hit back button focus, it's instant. It's as fast as my Leica lenses. So it works perfectly in that regard. It's also silent. It makes no sound when it's focusing. Yeah, you cannot hear it at all. That's incredible. No focus noise whatsoever. I don't know how they did it, but they did. It's incredible. It's fast, smooth, silent. A little note about the lens performance. The lens is superb. The glass is sublime. They have really upped their game on the image quality. It's just incredible how good the images coming out of this lens through this camera look. Now I am shooting it on a Leica camera. I might be a little biased there. But just to be honest, the images, you would be hard pressed to tell the difference between my 50mm Summicron SL. I have the, what is it? The one that's got the corrected Apo. I have an Apo Summicron aspheric. All right, it's like the best 50mm they make, and it compared to this, if you set my Apo Summicron to 50mm f2.8 and shot this wide open, you would have trouble telling which photo was taken with which lens, especially after you post-process them, any at all. You could look at metadata and cheat and figure it out, but honestly, I really don't think you would be able to tell. It's that good. And this is the contemporary line. This isn't even their art series lenses. So yeah, you can buy this lens with confidence. I'm not trying to shill for Sigma, but this lens is wonderful. And it's literally an order of magnitude cheaper than my 50mm Apo Summicron. Literally an order of magnitude. It's $500 roughly, and my Apo Summicron is over $5,000 new. That's hard to understand, but it is. It's that good. I'm gonna roll some photos I've taken with this lens that I haven't shown already, and I'll let you see some pictures. Now bear in mind, this video is uploaded in 1080p. All the photos are literally 2 megapixel files because of your screen resolution. Even on a 4K monitor, when it upreses, it's being brought in as a 2 megapixel image. So it's just upresing a 2 megapixel file. Now I'm gonna load them into the software as full-size images. So Resolve will handle the 47 megapixel files. What is that? They're about 25, 30 megabytes a piece. I can drag them straight into Resolve, and I'll put them straight onto the video like that to give the video editing software the best possible chance to bring a good image out of the deal. But yeah, coming out of YouTube, they're 1080p, so 2 megapixel. But I appreciate you watching, and until next time, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and I'm gonna tell you to get your camera out and go take a picture with it. All right, we'll see you later. Bye bye.